So, as a lot of you know, with this channel and with my life in general, I'm always looking for ways that I can grow or ways that I can improve. And generally, that question has always been one of a couple of things. You know, how can I make life more challenging? How can I do things which are maybe like difficult, right? And those things I found have been actually quite easy, because when you set yourself difficult challenges, so often they kind of get a bit easier because you get used to doing difficult challenges, right? For example, at the moment, I hate getting up at like 4:30 to go to the gym, but I love going to the gym and I enjoy that part of the process. There's a lot of cars going right now. It's rush hour right now in Ecuador. And I find that type of activity isn't really that hard because I want to do it. So naturally, what's the next challenge? What's the next place I can grow? And from thinking and reflecting on this a lot, I found that the next thing is doing things that I don't want to do, and doing things that maybe I even hate to do. And being here, there's been a lot of things that I hate to do. For example, on Saturday, I had to go into the school, to the work, to do absolutely nothing for 2 hours and waste my time. And I felt that when I found out I had to do that, I became so angry, really frustrated, and thinking, why am I so angry? Because I really don't want to do it. Even though I had a lot of reason. Bloody hell. The motorbikes here are really loud. Even though I had loads of reasons why I shouldn't do it, it's something that caused me a lot of distress and anger and a lot of things like that. And with this job in general, you know, in this country, there's power cuts all the time, which means my job is really hard as an English teacher because, one, my students don't have their books when they should by now, and there's no screen, which means I have to adapt and improvise, and it's super, super difficult. And that's another thing I really hate to do. And this is the kind of job where it's really badly organized. The school is extremely poorly organized. And as a result, there's always new things that I have to do, things I didn't plan for, and just things that are pointless and things I don't want to do. So, in general, let me try and move away from this. Yeah, so in general, whatever, I'll stay here. It's trying to do the things I hate and not complain. And I find being sarcastic, complaining, it's just the way that I deal with stuff. I don't know if it's me being British, but it's how I get through things. And I find that the more I do that, the harder it is, because I already hate it. But when I verbalize it, when I complain, when I react, I'm making it worse because I'm giving it some kind of energy. And what I'm learning to do is try to do the things that I hate like I like them, right? Do the things that I hate like I love them. And it's really hard because there's so many things I really hate at the moment. Not hate really strongly, but just I don't want to do, you know, things I don't want to do. Even basic things like going out and buying groceries again and having to, you know, clean the whole apartment and, you know, things like that, where it's like, you know, I don't feel like doing those things most of the time, but I hate doing it. But now I've got to make myself do it. And the point of this video is that I need to get better at doing things that I hate without reacting. Because like I mentioned, maybe in the previous video, I always have opportunities to try to grow from that, because I really don't like a lot of things that happen at the moment. And I think if I can get to the point where I can see difficult tasks that I want to do the same way I see difficult tasks that I don't want to do, I think there's a lot of room for growth, and maybe for you too. And then maybe there's a situation in your life where you're thinking, man, I really don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that. And you do it. I think that creates a real sense of discipline and strength, because A lot of the time, motivation is just comes and goes. You don't always have it. And I definitely don't have it at the moment. But I'm still just pushing myself through things that I don't like. And you're thinking, why don't you just quit? Well, I've said this before. I've chosen a path, I have an end in mind, and I'm just seeing it to the end. The problem is loads of things have popped up, which I didn't expect, and things that I didn't want to do, but I just have to roll with the punches. That's what life's all about, and that's the question, right? You got to think, what is life teaching me right now? Maybe it's teaching me to be patient. Maybe it's teaching me to get better at doing things that I hate. Because maybe in the future, when it's time to do things that I really love, then maybe, you know, I'll enjoy it that much more, or I'll work that much harder to keep it. Because coming from the UK and being in Ecuador, just a reminder, I'm in Ecuador, things are very different. And I feel like a sense of entitlement. I feel like I'm very entitled because there's a lot of things that I expect that other people don't over here. And if I was to say them in the UK, I wouldn't be entitled, you know? For example, I want power all the time. I want electricity to always work, you know? I don't want to have to worry where I'm going that things will get stolen. I want to get paid on time and not have to wait to borrow money to get money, wait to borrow money and then pay my landlord after because they don't pay me on time. And everybody else around me just accepts it because, oh, it's Ecuador, you know, it's okay that you don't get paid. It's just the way we are here. At least we have a job that's formal where we're not working on the street. They have that type of perspective. I don't. If I don't get paid, I don't have power. Those are basic essentials. And that's things that I'm learning being here. Because we do have it really easy in a lot of ways back home. We do. And in a lot of other countries. It doesn't mean that being here is magically going to make me happy and be like, wow, I really appreciate life and, you know, things are really better back home. Maybe one day I'll get to that point. But right now, I'm just like, oh man, this sucks. Oh man, I'm expecting that and it's not coming. Oh man, I hate to do this. Oh man, why do I have to do that? A lot of like bitching and complaining and moaning, right? I'm in that phase, let's call it a phase, where I'm just bitching, moaning, complaining, wishing things would be different. And hopefully when I talk about this again, maybe a few months, I will have a different perspective on it. Maybe I would have learned something, or maybe I would have just grown up a bit. Anyway, that's the point of this video. Trying to do things that I hate and trying to learn to do it like I love it, or try to see something that I enjoy, even though things don't go my way quite a lot here at the moment. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.